people. And he prevailed against them. He succeeded in killing 2/3 of them, but only the third that is providentially escaping will survive. All right, now then, verse 22. And he holds forth in his rage against Israel until. In other words, God's going to bring an end to it all. And until the Ancient of Days came and judgment or rule was given to the saints of the Most High. In other words, Israel is still going to come back, and under the rule and reign of their Messiah and King, Israel will become the greatest nation on the earth during that 1,000-year reign. All right, verse 22 again. The Ancient Days came, judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom, the 1,000-year reign, which will open up as soon as these 7 years have been culminated. All right, now then, verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast, this fourth empire, which is a revived Roman Empire, which is, the world is getting ready for it. This whole, I'm sure, this whole financial debacle is just setting the stage for a world economy, a world currency, which will lead to a world government and a world religion. It's all coming together so quickly. All right, verse 23. The fourth empire shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse. It's going to be different from all other kingdoms that have ever been in our past history, and it shall devour the whole earth. Not just the Middle East, not just Europe. It's going to be a worldwide government control. All right? And it'll devour the whole earth, and it shall tread it down and break it in pieces. In other words, it's going to be absolutely vicious in its control of the masses. Now, haven't got time. We'll do it in another one. I was going to just show you something from Revelation, but we'll go on for now. Verse 24. And the 10 horns, these 10 little nations, or 10 nations out of which the 3 have fallen, and you got 7 left. The 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. Now that's plain English. They're separate nations under separate governments, but they'll all be brought together, see? And another shall arise after them, and he shall be different from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings, 3 governments. And I've already stressed who I think it'll be. It'll be the 3 little ones of Netherlands, Luxembourg, and Belgium. All right. Then verse 25, and that'll probably wind us up for this half hour. And he shall speak great words. Oh, he's going to be arrogant. He's going to be self-deifying. And he will speak great words against the Most High, that is, against our God of creation, our God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he will wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change times and law. Did you get the word change?
Thank you for watching Through the Bible with Les Feldick. Through the Bible is a partner-supported ministry. If this program has been a help to your study of the Scriptures and you'd like to see others enjoy the teaching, your support would be greatly appreciated. Write to us at Les Feldick Ministries, 30706 West Lona Valley Road, Kinta, Oklahoma, 74552. Or call 1-800-369-7856. Remember, all programs are available in printed form, audio cassette, and videotape. Be sure to tune in next time to Through the Bible with Les Feldick. Welcome to Through the Bible with Les Feldick, a 30-minute walk through the Scriptures, teaching in-depth Bible truths that change people's lives. Now, here's your host, Les Feldick.
Okay, good to have you all back from that break, and we'll go into program 3 this afternoon. My, they're going fast today, aren't they? Okay, and again, for those of you out on television, I haven't mentioned it today, but we're just an informal Bible study. That's why I will not wear a suit and tie. I want people to be able to enjoy a cup of coffee, because this is just like a home Bible study, only quite a bit larger. And now, since we're reaching so many, it's really getting large. But again, we just always appreciate hearing from you out on TV. All right, let's just go right back where we left off in Daniel chapter 7, and we'll repeat the verse that we closed. Might not have gotten all of it, but verse 25 of Daniel 7. And he, speaking now of this Antichrist that's coming, he will speak great words against the Most High. In other words, he's going to be blasphemous. And he will wear out the saints, that is, the Jews of his day. He's just going to be constantly on them in persecution and killing them off. And he's going to wear out the saints of the Most High. He will think to change times and laws. Now, I want you to catch that word. That's part of his operation, is to change things. And they shall be given into his hand until, see, there's a time word again. If you become a student of Scripture, you can tell exactly what it's talking about. It'll be until a time and times, or 3.5 years. In other words, just like Daniel chapter 9 is going to point out when we get there, at the middle of the 7 years, exactly the middle of the 7 years, he will come from, I think, his headquarters in Europe, and he'll go into that rebuilt temple up there on the Temple Mount as a result of the 7-year treaty made back in Revelation. And then he will turn against the Jews in particular, but he will also bring on despotic rule to the whole world. All right, so it'll be for 3.5 years. The first 3.5 and the second 3.5 move in. All right, verse 26. But the judgment shall sit, in other words, what God has declared, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. That'll be at the second coming of Christ, when he will utterly defeat and destroy this man Antichrist and whatever he's been able to hold together. Now you got to remember that the scenario on planet Earth is going to be beyond human description. It's going to be death and destruction. I've showed the verses over and over from Jeremiah and some of the other prophets of the total death and destruction that will happen on planet Earth in those last 3.5 years. All right, now then, verse 27, and the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is everlasting. In other words, that's what Christ will bring in at his second coming. That remnant of Israel that we saw escaping, Matthew 24, will come back up now, every last Jew a believer, and they will now be a nation of men, women, boys, and girls, all believers. And they will begin to repopulate then the nation of Israel, as they will enjoy that whole Middle East as we drew it on the board in the first program this afternoon. So that's Israel's future. 2/3 are going to be lost, but 1/3 will come in. Now you see, that's a fact of Scripture I've been emphasizing all over the country. Now, we just came back from Indiana and Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee and just had a fabulous time. And this is what I'm emphasizing, that God has never had more than the small remnant of the human race. Never has he had the multitudes.